What the?
What are you doing?
Like, oh my
I
god.
don't even know what's going on.
Player one. Prepare yourself.
Happy holidays. I've got a gift for you. Buy 4 tarot readings or coaching session gift codes in any combination, and you'll receive 2 additional gift codes too. So use all 6 codes for yourself or share them with friends and family as holiday gifts, stocking stuffers, or maybe even birthday presents. These don't expire, so you can feel free to use them and share them throughout the year. Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for being my friends. Hi there, Gemini. This is your weekly reading for the week of January 4th through 10th. Happy New Year. I hope your Christmas and your holidays were just amazing. And I'm sure you're looking forward to a wonderful year and you have everything to look forward to. Monday, the card you've drawn is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And this is just a card that is reminding you that it's not the time to initiate anything brand new. It's not so critical with you guys as it is with the adults, because there isn't a whole lot that you could do that could become so complex as to cause the kind of difficulties that a typical across the board general information kind of definition of Mercury retrograde could bring. So of course you guys aren't buying houses, you're probably not entering into a contract, you're probably not negotiating a mortgage or remodifying a loan. So I think for you guys it's going to be mostly about if you have, for example, Christmas money and you've saved this up and there's something that you want really bad, this is the time that I would say be careful where you buy it, because if you can't return it easily, like if you buy it at some discount shop where it says absolutely no refunds under any circumstances on sale items or certain items, don't buy it there. How about that? I would rather find out that you paid an extra $10 or $15 or more, depending on the price of this item, with that guarantee that you can return it. Like I always use Best Buy. I'm not pimping them, but I always use them as an example that between certain dates, they will let you return something like the first 15 days, I think it is, electronics, no issue, go ahead and return it. You're not going to get charged a restocking fee. But if you go past those 10 or 15 days, then they start issuing a restocking fee, unless it is something that was defective with the device and clearly so, and or covered by the manufacturer's warranty, which, could come into effect after the first, let's say 30 days or something anyway. So I would rather suggest that you spend more money and do something like buy it through Amazon Prime. Hear me on that. Even through Amazon retailers, I can tell you I'm more comfortable and have always been with Amazon than eBay. Amazon, no hate on eBay. I'm not pimping Amazon, but I have extensive experience with both of them. I don't have the most recent experience with eBay, but eBay is more like a free-for-all, it feels like, where Amazon is more controlled and they carry their own inventory, even if it is from a particular distributor that's made a deal with Amazon for them to stock their product to sell it to you, where it says fulfilled and shipped by Amazon, then you know it's coming from their warehouse. And they are amazing when it comes to returns. You just click on there and tell them, hey, this isn't working out, I need to send it back. And then they will credit you immediately if it was on a debit or credit card. They'll credit immediately if it goes to Amazon credit. And if you're going to buy something else, then go ahead and let them load up your Amazon gift card balance, as it's called at that point. The point that I'm making is that for you guys, it's going to be more like, I'm worried that you might buy something you were hoping for and then see that there's a better deal on it later, or you find out it isn't what you wanted and you bought it at a store, like say in Chinatown or something, where you're like, this knockoff handbag doesn't even look good. Then, labels are peeling off and da 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 da. You see, where maybe if you would have bought it from a more reputable knockoff, I'm not trying to encourage, buying knockoffs, but you know what I'm saying? There are some designer bags that are not actual copyright, or what do you call that at that point? Patent infringements. They're just similar in quality and stuff. If you pay more, you're probably going to get something better. And, I don't pimp pay less, but here's another idea. I know it sounds like I'm pimping, but I have no relation with these companies. But Payless carries really nice, low cost handbags. I'm just giving an example that are, let me give you an example, in the Louis Vuitton style, or in one style or another. Well, Payless is a store that you can walk in and return it if you're not happy for it, or if it's not performing, or if stitching came out on something. Whereas if you bought it at a swap meet, good luck. You know what I'm talking about. Just make sure that you watch your money. Tuesday, the card you've drawn is the World card in reverse. So it seems like you really want to get going on something or start some new phase of your life. And guess what? Mercury retrograde says, yeah, no. We're still studying things here. We're still reviewing things. This is also the day that Mercury takes a step into Aquarius, which is, oops, I forgot to put my chart in front of me. Aquarius is your solar ninth house of higher education, long distance travel, long distance friends. This is a place that for you probably doesn't involve legal matters, but we have a step in and then only hovers there for a little while, just a number of days, and then it goes retrograde. It starts backing right back into Capricorn. Backing up, my daddy taught me good. You remember that one? From Shmoyoho. Anyway, so the 8th house is Capricorn for you. And so again, there's going to be rethinking about how you spend this money, especially if it's money that you and your sibling or you and somebody close to you put your money together. And let's say you were going to go in on a PlayStation or something. And, this is saying take it easy. Make sure that you consider this. I wouldn't rush anything, especially the bigger the dollar amount that conjoined you're going to be spending, the more I would slow it down. And you could even say, hey, let's wait and see when the sales are. In January, the shops are still trying to push discounts that are not the deepest because they know a lot of people shop after Christmas. Although it depends on the kind of inventory. Obviously, electronics are not going to get as steep as you'd like them to be because you know how it is. Either with the Nintendo 3DS, the new one, or with PlayStation or whatever it is, those are just a little bit more like you don't see the biggest discounts anyway. But I would wait just for the sake of thinking about it. Then Mercury will go retrograde and Venus will enter, Venus in Sagittarius, your solar 7th house of partnerships and relationships, your close, your best friend. Of course, you're not married, so this wouldn't relate to that. It will square Neptune in Pisces, your solar 10th house. So just try to go slow and not give your answer yet, or not too quickly pressure somebody to rush them to go in with you on something that you wanted, because, it just forcing it along could create some backlash or some what do I want to call this? It's the dating thing. A rebound about this, a rebound feeling. So the sun in Sagittarius, again, that solar seventh house of the partnerships and the things you do together. Your best friend, it could even be a sibling that is like your very best friend in the world, or a cousin even, and they show up here because you guys are together all the time. Like nobody ever sees one of you without the other. So if they do, they're thinking somebody's dead. Sun in Sagittarius will conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. So that's your eighth house. So again, take it very slow as it relates to spending money together and making a commitment to this, because like, let's say you fronted your end, your $100, or let's just call it 50, and you guys are going in on like a PlayStation, and you gave your 50 and your friend is going to put in the other 500 or so. I know that my son, when he bought this for himself and his brothers, it was like in total about $600. So it's no joke here. Okay, those are seriously expensive. And so let's say you pitched in the 50 and they're going to front the rest, and then you're going to pay him or her back over time. That's the kind of thing I'm saying could become very sticky. Wednesday, we have the Eight of Wands, and this is a card that indicates you may have the feeling of wanting to go really fast to do something. And again, I'm going to ask you, the more committed, the more commitment you have to this. Like, let's say it's 4-H, and you're going to go in together on a project with somebody else. I really wouldn't commit to or be a part of something until I know that that person's going to go all the way, and you're not the only one shearing sheep here and doing all the work, and this person is just expecting their pay at the end of the season. So keep that in mind. You're going to want to go really fast, and Mercury's retrograde phase is saying, oh, no. We're learning here. And then Capricorn is giving it the influence of saying, let's get very practical and grounded about this. Yeah, we had a moment of the vision of the bigger picture in the ninth house with, of all constellations for you in solar astrology, Aquarius, so you see the greater good, but then Pluto wants to yank you back down with Mercury to be realistic, okay, to be realistic. Thursday, we have the Hanged Man, and this is a card that indicates it's better to bide your time and to look at this from all angles. Think about all the alternate endings that could happen, if the weirdest and worst case scenarios versus the best and better scenarios, okay? That's what the Hanged Man is talking to you about. Here on Thursday, this is where we've got the Sun in Sagittarius squaring Uranus and Aries, your solar 11th house of your friends and your group association. So again, the Sun over here, in why do I want to say, why did I write down Sagittarius? Oh, I hope I didn't do that wrong. Anyway, this square to Uranus, for all it's worth, whether the sun is in one place or another. I'm looking at my notes going, what was I doing? Maybe I was on too much stuffy nose medicine when I did this. Is illuminating this area of your friends, and it's asking you to, again, make very sure that you or your friends, most likely your friends, are not getting overexcited about the prospect of some situation that you're hoping will actually, turn out a certain way, or that your expectations aren't a certain way, and then it's like the whole tribe isn't on the same page, right? Jupiter will also go retrograde in Virgo, your solar fourth house of your foundation and your stability, and what makes you feel safe. And maybe it could be your family giving you some advice like, yeah, I wouldn't do it, just because, let's say you commit to this, what if the PlayStation gets ripped off before you finish playing or paying? Or how are you going to set aside the time for whose house that's going to live at? What would happen if this person moved away? We could all think ideas of like, well, we'd buy each other out. With what money? Probably the money that you make at your part-time job or your allowance is going for something like your clothes, your maintenance, your cell phone, your CDs, your music. Does anybody even buy CDs anymore? I mean, it's all like Google, isn't it? So the sun conjuncting Pluto here is not getting along with that Uranus in Aries. And so it is talking about this feeling that as much as you would like to commit to it because you gave some indication, or vice versa, Pluto saying, think more carefully about this. Think about it, because it may not be It may not go as smoothly as you'd planned or hoped, okay? Friday, we've got the Magician in reverse, and you could be feeling like you're powerless in a situation, or that you really don't know if you have the critical thinking skills to get to a point of making a good decision. And then, like, let's say you have a decision that's going to affect other people and that they're not going to feel happy about it. Well, this is where you have to just think about yourself and what your risk factors are. If you've committed to something and you've got a valid reason to back out, then you're going to have to deal with that and explain yourself the best you can. And that takes some consideration, right? We also have the Mercury retrograde intensified on this day. The Sun in Capricorn, see, that's where, don't ask me what I was doing. The Sun in Capricorn will sextile Chiron in Pisces, your solar 10th house of your reputation and the way that other people see you in the world as it relates to your reputation, right? And this is where we have an opportunity to kind of clear your name so that you are understanding how they feel, but at the same time you're saying, look, I don't feel good about this because I don't have a guarantee that I can. If we use the video console system kind of idea, I'm realizing that I could like screw you guys over. I may not be able to pay you back, on time or at all, because it's just not looking like it. That might be one of the right ways to use the sextile. Venus in Sagittarius, your solar 7th house again, is conjunct Saturn. So you may be thinking that this is a really great idea, that it could just, there won't be any flaw to this plan. And Saturn is saying, excuse me, yeah, let's do the math on this. This isn't doable. This isn't feasible. You're overcommitting yourself to what would turn out to be an APR of blah, blah, blah. This is where Saturn is trying to do you a favor. So don't be mad at Saturn if Saturn presents in an authority figure or one of your family members giving advice saying, I don't want you to do this. This isn't a good idea. And you might be like, what? But I committed. Yeah, but there are times that we have to change our minds. We've got to own our power. We need to feel courage in what we feel should go a certain way or not. You just have to be honest and you'll be fine. They don't have to like it. It's not the end of the world. If they truly love you and care about you, they wouldn't pressure you anyway, right? Mercury will move into Capricorn, 29 degrees here, and we begin the real introspection of, when we put our money together, do they want me for my money or do I want them for their loan, basically on my half, my portion of this system, of this buy-in, kind of like a timeshare, right? You have to think very clearly about, whether they're spreading the risk around or are they spreading the benefit around. On Saturday, we've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. And, again, that Venus conjunct Saturn is making me think that you really need to be realistic here. Let the adults that you trust that are safe in your life tell you what they think, and then say, hey, could you please help me understand why you don't think this is a good idea? Hear them out. They're not trying to screw you over. They are not trying to screw you over. They're trying to help you understand, especially if it comes from your own elders. Trust me on this. They just want you to see things clearly. Sunday, I think, is where you're going to have most of that information assimilated and thinking, okay, I get it. They're saying that, what if I change my mind, or I realize, yeah, it was only fun for 15 minutes because there's really only one game I want to play. And now I still owe them, let's just say you went halves. I still owe this person about $250 that I don't have, which means every dollar I get from my birthday, every dollar I make from babysitting, I'm going to have to turn it over. And I think you just got to, again, stick with the courage of your convictions. That North Node in Virgo, your solar 4th house, is saying, look over here, dude. You got to feel good about it. You need to feel that you are in control of your situation. So don't let anybody push you around or force you to make a decision, or don't you force anybody else to do something that they don't feel comfortable with. Always remember, if it's you requesting their participation, to say things like, hey, I think this is a great idea, but I love you. You're my friend, or you're my bestie, or dude, you're my bro, and I don't want to wreck our relationship. So if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. It's okay. Just do whatever you feel comfortable with, and you will be absolutely fine, Gemini. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to talking to you soon.